You, the people, have the power. The power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world.
We don't sleep to dream, we sleep to build stamina, energy to do our thing. Get your camera up. This show is about to begin, so sit down and buckle it in. Let's go! Hey. My name is Brian, that is Shane, and that is John, and you are watching The BRANE Show. Welcome to every Saturday at 10 a.m. By the way, guys, I'm shutting off the regular preview now. Now you guys can see it come through, just so you know. Yeah. All right, man. I'm so happy to be here today.
I had no idea.
So happy to be here today with my bros, talking about movies, talking about news, and hanging out with you wonderful folks. How you guys doing today, Shane?
Doing great. Been a wonderful week. It's been a great week to watch movies.
It has.
And there's so many things to talk about. I'm actually really excited about today because we have a ton of stories for you. So hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for joining us today.
And John, how you doing, brother? I haven't seen you for like 2 weeks.
I know, mate. I've gone underground, haven't I? Yeah. It's been good. I've been at a family wedding and doing other stuff, traveling around the country of work. It's been manic, but good to be back, guys.
Amen to that, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we got a great show for you today. We're talking about the Expendables.
Which is actually the Expendables, but yes.
Is it called? Is that what it's called? The Expendables?
Yeah, it's called the Expendables. Yeah. Yes.
Damn it, I got the title wrong on the thumbnail.
No. That title was perfect because because the problem with Expendables, and we're going to talk about it, but Expendables kind of hides itself in Expendables. You know what I'm saying? So Expendables makes more sense.
Yeah, well, the all-female reboot of Expendables. We're also talking about a couple new movies. In the Gray, starring Henry Cavill and that one guy.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal and Isaac Gonzalez.
Maggie's brother, yes.
Yep. And we're also talking about Obsession, which was a shocking surprise for me. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. Shocking is the word. And what else? Let's see. I have so much stuff.
Oh, we got so much stuff.
Yeah, the Wildwood trailer, new Will Ferrell movie coming out.
Yeah, we got Voltron not being released in theaters. We got to talk about that. We've got what's going on with the Odyssey, guys. It's like every day something more weird comes out that makes you think this movie is not going to be good. I mean, Nolan's been amazing for so many years. What the hell's going on?
Yes, and the Odyssey, which is it's not actually based on the original poem. It's actually based on the interpretation of the poem by a third wave hyper leftist feminist, and that is the important part. And I have her interview, which I have to pull up before the clip, but it's crazy. And
you can't possibly be dumb enough to fall for that. Well, we'll see.
Oh, 100%. They did. They 100% did.
I understand what you're saying, but as the film director, as you're going along, you can decide which crap to throw out or not. But
that's true.
We'll see what Nolan chose to do.
Also, Voltron is not getting a theatrical release for some odd reason. I don't know why.
I know why, actually.
And the Ark season 3 is coming up, and I think there's some good stuff there by the legendary Dean Devlin, who's done a lot of great TV and of course the Stargate movie. So we got to talk about that. So overall, a really good week to be here, right, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, the Wildwood trailer came out, got like the most views ever as or one of the most views for an animation ever on YouTube. So, and I saw it, which was pretty amazing. So maybe we can talk about that too. So much to talk about.
Great. Okay, so do me a favor. If you want to support us, you can hit the join button bottom left. At the end of this show, we go and do a private show, like an after show, an after members show, an after party, if you will, where
Kinda
we
like
get
a lap dance, like when you go in the back.
Yeah, right.
and
It's
you
like
get-
it's like the it's the private room. The
Not that we know anything about that.
It's the champagne lounge of this show, where in John's words we get what, John?
Freaking naughty.
Freaky naughty.
Freaking naughty.
So if you want to support us, besides being here and being awesome, hit the join button bottom left of the screen. If you don't want to become a member, or you already are a member, and you still want to support us even further, then do me a favor and go to mixtees.com right here and buy something cool. Use the coupon code BRANE for 10% off, and you can go to our catalog, which is actually in the YouTube exclusives, buy something cool there, or really buy anything on this website, and it's good for us.
Pretty much helps us out.
Yeah.
Could I just say something quickly as well from the UK? If you get a chance to see online today, just see how many patriotic people took to London today to push back against, things that are going on in the country at the moment. It really is a wonderful sight to see. You see so many people walking through London, and it's wonderful. It is a peaceful protests. Wonderful stuff. So if you don't get if you haven't got a chance already, check it out on X, because the videos coming out are fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So I say we get right into the news. Shall we?
Ooh.
We're gonna start with the cover story. Let's start with the Expendables.
The Expendables, yes.
Expendables, the all-female led reboot of Expendables.
Not a reboot.
Okay, no, it's a continuation.
It's not a continuation.
All right, please explain this.
It's a prequel.
Oh my God,
It
it's
makes
like
it even more interesting.
Oh my God, it's like this is like the inception of bad ideas. So
well, maybe, possibly.
So you're not doing it's not a sequel or a reboot. It's a I hate prequels. It's like I've been very clear on that.
That's why it was so entertaining to say it like that, because you didn't know and I was telling you. And
I literally hate prequels. I think they are cowardly. Like legitimately, I think a prequel is a cowardly, stupid money grab by studios and writers who cannot figure out what to do next in a franchise. So instead, they go backwards, and 9 out of 10 times, they do not make the series better. They take away from what's already came, which is insane.
Well, and imagine what a prequel like this means. So if you're going to prequel it with a female Expendables cast, right? If you're planning to do that, what's the point other than to rewrite the Expendable story and make sure that women are included, right? So there's a whole bunch of interesting elements into it. And basically what happened, let me give you guys the background. So Eclectic Pictures and Hollywood Ventures Group decided, they unveiled basically in Cannes at the film festival that they were going to do have this new feature slate of globally commercial films. And one of those films is The Expendables. Of course, The Expendables is a 4-film franchise that, headed by, Sylvester Stallone with, Jason Statham, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, all those guys, right? Movies, great movies, good guy movies, right? Hang out, watch all of your favorite action stars from the past. But they've decided that they wanted to do this. And it actually about 10 years ago, they decided they were going to do this, and they couldn't make it work. Now, the original film was actually set to be posed around an all-girls team, where they had to go rescue a nuclear scientist, right? But they were posing as call girls, right, to do this, which today you probably couldn't do that. Just so that idea came around, and they decided, that it wasn't going to work. They couldn't figure out a good reason to have an all-female team, but they finally feel like they've broken through that, and now they actually feel like they have a good reason. And what they're going to do is, and this was per the news that was put out, they're going to serve as an origin story. They're going to set it in the late 1990s during the height of Y2K. During that tension and geopolitical uncertainty. I lived during that time. It was a little tense, but I think they've made a lot more about it now in the future than it really was in the past.
They really have. It wasn't that bad, guys.
It wasn't that insane. It was people were like, what's going to happen to the computers? And
Well, no. Most people didn't worry about it. It was older folks who legitimately thought that a computer can somehow crash the whole world and like plunge us into darkness because the date would be wrong, which is silly as hell.
People who had a lot of money in the bank might have been a little concerned.
And by the way, a lot of companies made a lot of money selling Y2K proof your computer, and they were selling software where it essentially did nothing. Like, you know what it did? It made sure your date was right.
Okay, you're right. Well, yes, but see, the problem is they didn't know if they could go from 1.9 to 2.0. That was the problem. They didn't know if computers could actually do that without screwing everything up. That was the whole thing. But guess what? At midnight, all the lights stayed on, and it went from 1.9 to 2.0, no problem.
Yeah.
But the point of this whole thing is they're going to go back to that time frame, which seems to be a popular thing for people to do right now. That seems to be like one of the locked in points that they want to make movies around and kind of do things in history. I guess people find that interesting. I don't know why. It wasn't that interesting, like we said. But anyways, the people that are going to be involved in this are Heidi Jo Markle, Patrick Muldoon, and Julie Kroll. So it's going to be a mostly female-led writing team. They're going to introduce a new generation of elite female operatives, which leads me to believe that when it comes to casting, if you're thinking they're going to go the route of Sylvester Stallone, a bunch of retired old operatives, it seems more like they're going to be casting a new line of badass female ass kickers, I guess would be the right word. So
Ronda Rousey, could it be Gina Carano?
Okay, I mean, good, right? No, I mean those are legitimate names that could come up. Now Ronda says after she does this fight, she's going to have babies and she don't want to fight no more. So I don't know if she'll do movies, but
money talks.
So that's basically what's going on. The question I have for you guys is, okay, on our thumb today, we had some fun with it. Brian put some pretty interesting characters that we thought might be in the movie, but I mean, in reality, do we think honestly they would cast Brie Larson and Rachel Zegler and some of those people, or what do you guys think?
Brie Larson, maybe. I believe wasn't Brie Larson in one of the Expendables? Maybe I'm not.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There was she might have been, yeah.
All I know is I can see Brie Larson. Probably not Zendaya and Rachel Zegler. That was obviously hyperbolic.
Well, you have to put Zendaya in everything in order to make it even legit.
Right.
Realistic.
Right.
Oh, she was actually, you know, it's funny. Brie Larson was initially cast in a role for one of the Expendables films, but ultimately had to withdraw from the project.
Is this
because of Marvel?
You could have Zendaya turn up in it, mate, and they'll just have this scene where she takes on 18 6-foot-tall, built like a Brit shithouse men and kills them all in one hit.
Yeah, an 80-pound girl just like beating up a bunch of like hardened Navy SEALs.
Yeah,
so that's one of the problems they have, right? So the reason
doing a ponytail.
The reason they couldn't do the movie a decade ago is they couldn't figure out how to make it not silly, right? So I get it. Like, what you're going to need female action stars. You're going to need a couple things, in my opinion. Number one, they're going to need to be believably badass. Like, you really think they can kick ass. And two, they're going to have to be hot. Okay, those two things are going to happen. Because who is your target audience? And this is going to be the biggest problem for the people writing this story. There are women that are going to be writing this story, and they need to remember, put it in the back of your hat, who's going to go see this movie? Who's going to go see this movie? Dudes are going to go see this movie, okay? They may take their date, but chances are it's going to be a bunch of guys who go watch an Expendables movie, all right? Not girls who are like, yeah, I want to go watch girls kick ass. Guess what? Girls don't want to watch girls kick ass, okay? Dudes want to watch hot girls kick ass. I mean, am I right?
Right.
100%.
Okay. All right. We left something off. Also, kicking butt while putting their hair up in high heels.
Well, you get extra bonus points for class if you do it that way.
And as they do it, the music is playing again. Here come the girls.
It's gonna be like our time or something. One of those silly like.
Yeah. When it should be Hot for Teacher or something, the reality is that
I mean, if they do actually go like full 90s masculine machismo and the girls are actually attractive and feminine, and it has like sweet cherry pie, and like if it's that kind of a movie, then it might be successful for how insane and ridiculous it is, which is what the Expendables has been in the past.
Right. You need to lean into it.
Yeah, you really lean into how ridiculous and sort of, I guess, sexist it could be.
Are we going to have one of the stupid comments afterwards by someone in the production team where, like you said, Shane, men go and watch it. Men go and watch the movie, but it doesn't do well at the box office, and they go, well, all of the phobes didn't turn up and that's why it failed. No, they did. They went to see it.
What they're going to say is that, I mean, anytime the movie doesn't do well, they blame the trolls, basically, right? When the reality is they should be asking themselves, is their movie good enough for people to go watch? That's the real problem. So the question is, if you get like Emily Blunt, if you get the girl, the girl actress, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, from the Kingsman movies, the one who's like stabbing people with her feet. If you get actual believable, female, I mean, I would even say, even though Sigourney Weaver is really old, some people who have like cred already, those are the people they need to cast, and they can cast some new stuff, new girls, but they just have to find a way to make it believable that they can actually accomplish the things they're accomplishing.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more in the Odyssey segment as well, but the reason why we buy superheroes, like girl superheroes, beating up 300-pound Navy SEALs, is because they have superpowers. We don't buy a regular human 80-pound, no matter how well trained you are. Like, you can be the most well-trained person on the planet, but like if they have 250 pounds on you, you lose 9 out of 10 times.
That's not a woman thing. That's like me.
Yeah, that's
if I went in there, I'd get
person
pounded.
thing, right? Like they don't have the muscle mass, the bone density.
But I believe that Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, can do the things she does. I believe it.
Yeah, and she's got the devices, and she ties them up, and she does all of that.
She has all kinds of like sci-fi toys that don't exist in real life.
Tasers and all of that.
You understand that, right? Like, so she has like all this insane training. She's been trained from like a young age, of the age of 9, and she has all this Tony Stark tech. You're like, so I know she's a regular human, but she is basically as close as you get to a superhero. She's the Batman of that universe, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So there's believability. You can suspend your disbelief and be like, all right, I'll get it, I'll go. But you don't buy it when someone who just joined the police force 3 weeks ago and they're a rookie, right, and they weigh 90 pounds and they're taking on 3 250-pound drug dealers. You're like, no. That's not possible. I'm sorry. There's physics involved here, right?
Yeah. Give me like Anna de Armas in the Ballerina. Give me Black Widow's sister. And I love that girl.
Yeah.
Again, these are people where the characters have been trained from like a very young age to be these hardened, skilled fighters.
Show us. That's what they're going to have to show us. Like, they can't just have a bunch of girls pop up on screen and then they just tell us that they're good. Well, you got to show us.
Well,
right?
otherwise,
have a problem doing that these days.
Well, otherwise, you've got the best example is it. Have you ever seen those world face slapping tournaments online? And they get like a really skinny guy that goes up against a big, massive shithouse guy, and they slap each other in the face. And the skinny guy slaps him in the face, and there's nothing. And you're just waiting for the big guy to slap him, and it literally just clears him out. That's what happens without the training, without the gear. It's just not believable. And I really hope they do actually write that in. That, I know that we've got to escape reality from times, but you've got to believe that these people are credible fighters, able to take on these big baddies.
So let me give you a list of like okay, if age doesn't matter, let me give you a list of potentials. Okay, Charlize Theron. Will we agree on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Michelle Rodriguez, Fast and Furious. Yeah.
Sure.
We've got Mila Jovovich, was an X-Men, right? Sigourney Weaver, we talked about. Linda Hamilton from Terminator.
Mila Jovovich, you mean like the chick from Resident Evil and Fifth Element?
Sorry, Resident Evil.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Not Rebecca Romaine. Rebecca Romaine, I would not believe, probably.
No.
Linda Hamilton from Terminator series.
Yeah.
Yep.
T2,
Right? How about
definitely.
Uma Thurman from Kill Bill? She could pull it off.
Yep.
Okay. Kate Beckinsale from
Underworld.
My God, she was so hot.
Oh,
So hot, but she weighs like 73 pounds. I don't know.
That was crazy. I didn't
Yeah.
care if she could do anything. I just wanted to keep watching her doing it. So I mean,
By the way, sorry, I don't want to do a side track here, but you know Pete Davidson dated Kate Beckinsale.
yeah.
Listen,
I don't understand.
Wait.
he's an alien.
So I'm watching The Rookie with my kids, and Pete Davidson is in The Rookie now. He plays like the brother of Nathan Fillion's character. Of course he is, right? And his girlfriend in that like puts up with all of his nonsense in that show is like smoking hot. And I'm sitting there watching it with my kid, and my kid is like, how did such an ugly guy get such a pretty girl? That's unbelievable. Talking about the character. She knows nothing about Pete Davidson or whatever. And I'm like, I was like, Ellie, check this out. And I just pulled up the list of women that Pete Davidson has dated and broken up with himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she's like, oh, he's a demon. I'm like, yes, he is. He's a demon.
He has got the cheat codes without a doubt.
Right,
No
yeah.
doubt about
He
it.
got cheat codes. Someone, he snapped one of those wish things from the movie Obsession, and he now has like the cheat codes. It's unbelievable every time. I don't want to go on this tangent, but Kate Beckinsale is one of the most attractive people on the planet. That was his first girlfriend.
But for karma purposes, the world has basically got another guy who is basically getting broken up with by all of the unattractive women in the world.
Right.
somewhere.
Over there, Pete Davidson's like Kim Kardashian. I'm sorry, it's not working out.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a movie in there somewhere. I believe that every time he auditions for something, he just drops his pants and then gets any role he wants.
He must just have a huge.
Must be that, right? It's got to be. Anyway, so I mean, there's a lot of people that can be cast in this film. Now, it makes it seem like they won't go this old, and I think a lot of the actresses that I just mentioned are actually old because these are the people that had successful action stuff in the past. So we got to think about, I do think maybe the Ana de Armases or the, some of the names we mentioned, perhaps, I'm not familiar with a lot of the young actresses that are out because they're not really casting girls to kick a bunch of butt, right? Maybe one of the girls in the Ready or Not movies. I don't know. Do you guys have any names or anybody you think that they could possibly cast? I mean, I just want Emily Blunt to be in everything, and I'd be okay with that. So
I mean, look, Ready or Not actually makes sense. It's not like she's like this amazing fighter. It's that she's like this scrappy, like she's scrappy and has no limits to her. Like her depravity is higher. Like her morals are higher, but her willingness to survive is higher than their depravity, and that's what makes those movies so much better to me. And like the movies Send Help, like she got beat the hell up. Like those movies made sense.
Right. She was in an environment where she could be really good.
She had an advantage.
Had an advantage. Right. That makes sense.
And it helps that she's a psychopath, and you don't know that. Right? You don't in the movie. You don't know she's an actual psychopath. Where she and that is her element, and this dude is outside of his element, and now the psychopath is in charge. I think that most women are psychopaths. You just don't know it, by the way.
That's not going to win you any points.
I'm just kidding.
Definitely not going to win you any points.
You'll see some hands coming out of camera now.
My wife's about to beat the shit out of me. She's going to prove a point. No, but the Expendables, the Expendables. The problem with this is, in order for it to be successful, they need to lean into. We'll end this here. They need to lean into the '90s sort of machismo. They need to literally give us Charlie's Angels before the reboot. Or the second reboot. The one with Cameron Diaz and Lucy Liu and
I'm glad you said that.
Drew Barrymore. Give us that version. Don't give us the one with the 3 lesbians in the bowl cuts. That's not going to work.
Here's the problem. So they said there has always been a strong global appetite for female-driven action franchises. I would argue Charlie's Angels is a good reason why there's not. So, like Charlie's Angels should have been like the biggest thing ever, and it made a lot of money the first time around, but people went and saw it and went, yeah, okay, whatever. And so I don't know.
The first 2 Charlie's Angels movies, you talking about Cameron Diaz?
Yeah.
Those movies made a ton of money.
They did. Because everybody wanted to see a Charlie's Angels movie, right? It was back then.
Well, also because they leaned into the sexy chicks and the pop. Literally, there's literally a scene where it's like, she's my cherry pie.
I know. I mean, and that's the reason why. I mean, they were not good movies, is what I'm trying to say.
Not good movies, but they were
what I'm trying to say is that there's not an appetite for female-driven action franchises.
No,
I'm not sure why they're saying that. I don't believe anybody's going, listen, I just need a bunch of women kicking ass. No, what we want is a bunch of hot women who we believe can kick ass and we can have fun with it.
That's really what it is. We're not looking for a gritty, realistic movie because because it can't be realistic.
No, you got to take the message out of it as well, guys. I mean, if they start placing in, commentary on the world and stuff like that, then it's going to crash hard. They've also got to give it a very small budget,
right.
Not over the top. Make it reasonable and go, okay, this was a success. We'll do more of them, but also not take itself too seriously.
Right,
that's part of it, and just lean into the fun aspect that we enjoyed the 90s movies because male action movies because they didn't take themselves too seriously, and they've got to hit that hard. But I don't know. I was also going to say to you quickly, guys, do you think they're going to have a cameo from Sly in it?
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, but how? It's a prequel.
I know they're going to de-age him. That's what'll happen. He's already old in the Expendables movies. They'll de-age him. Because
he had a cameo in the last Expendables, didn't he? But yeah, I can see them doing it.
100%.
They'll be like Stallone, he's in this.
Well, they have to connect it, right?
Yeah.
And the only way to do that is by connecting it with one of the characters from the Expendables.
Statham.
That's the only way to do it. We'll see what happens, but I mean, the idea. I mean, listen. Everybody wants a money grab. Expendables have made money. They think they can keep the franchise going. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to keep Expendables going, you could just do a new generation of male action stars. Honestly, that would probably be the best way to do it. But if you want to go down this road, you're treading dangerous waters. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for Expendables or Expendables. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section in the chat below. Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to mix up the articles with the movies. So I think we should talk about, and we're going to get to Obsession, but let's talk about In the Gray first, if you will. So In the Gray, starring...
Oh, before you go into it, I just want to say something to the chat. For that person who put no that you didn't click the like button, I got a lot of respect for you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
But now hit the like button, okay? Now hit the like button. Okay?
Hit it. Hit it. Just do it. Hit it. Hit the button.
Do you know what? I was at a wedding last week and I hit the like button, everybody. So come on, hit that like button.
All right. So In the Gray, starring Henry Cavill, Isaac Gonzalez, Jake Gyllenhaal, Rosamund Pike, and a lot more people, came out this week to little fanfare because it was not marketed. We did a whole story about this last week. It was barely marketed. It was not purchased by any major studio. It was actually distributed by a very small company. And it came out with very little marketing, and very people didn't even know it was coming out. Most people didn't. No, we did. We found out a couple weeks ago. We planned to watch it. I took the time last night to go watch it for y'all, and I'm going to give you my brief, spoiler-free impression of this film. By the way, it's directed by Guy Ritchie, and it's really a Guy Ritchie movie. It has the soundtrack of Guy Ritchie. It has the very much like the stylistic way the camera pans the pan flute, and the way the music sort of interacts with the frame. It's very stylistic. Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill have a wonderful chemistry. Isa Gonzalez is absolutely stunningly gorgeous as usual. It is.
She's your type. Let's face it.
She is 1,000% my type.
If there's a type, it's that person.
Yeah. All right.
Because you were blowing her up when we were talking about it before the movie came out, and I'm like, why is he blowing this girl up?
What's Brian drooling?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay.
If I have a type, which I definitely do, it would be this type. Dark haired, dark eyes, and a little angry all the time. Just a little angry. I like breakfast foods and dark haired women. It's just that easy. I'm a simple man. And I married a woman who has dark hair, dark eyes, and she's a little angry all the time. And she'll never watch this because she barely supports what I do. So I don't have a problem with that. I love her. She's awesome.
Right now.
She's a lovely woman, but she's a dark-haired Latina who's a little angry all the time. I married my type. But that is my type. And so when I'm watching this movie, it's definitely...
how did your type do on screen?
No, she did great. So interestingly enough, this is what's funny to me. Is the movie perfect? No. It's very much a Guy Ritchie movie, and I would probably put it as like my third favorite Guy Ritchie film.
In more ways than one. Yes.
It's not an action movie.
Yeah, it is.
Not really.
No, it totally is.
It's more of a heist film.
It's the only thing about it that is even remotely interesting is the action.
And the action takes place. There's not as much action as you'd want in it.
It stars Henry Cavill. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, like we mentioned. It stars Isa Gonzalez. It's got Rosamund Pike in it. It's got Fisher Stevens. Listen, Brian went and saw it. I went and saw it. I gave a letter grade of I believe a C+ on it. What did you give a grade on it? What was your grade?
B-.
B-. Okay, so pretty close.
It's fun. It's entertaining. It has the Guy Ritchie style. Yeah. It has a beautiful woman and two kick butt dudes with a lot that they have a lot of chemistry. I want to see Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal and something else together.
Well, I think the problem. Well, if you would like to do that, you go watch just one of the previous Guy Ritchie movies because they seem to only do Guy Ritchie movies these days. So
right, but I'm talking about in their own movie together.
The problem with it is, and I hear what you're saying, like it is a Guy Ritchie movie, but I think that's kind of the problem because Guy Ritchie movies have become kind of lame. And this movie wants to be Ocean's 11, but
which is why I said it's a heist. It's more of a heist movie. There's like a legal aspect to it. So like they're trying to get this money, and I'm no spoiler alerts, but they're trying to get this money back from these bad guys who, by the way, are sort of comically bad. They're not super. I think they're not like like you're not worried about Henry Cavill getting killed. You know what I mean?
But that's part of the problem. Like you don't put Tormund Giantsbane in a movie and then cuck him like they did. Right. Like they give him one scene where he does something tough to somebody who you don't even know if it's a competition. They set him up as like the guy who's supposed to maybe be like competition for Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. But I won't ruin it for you, but blah. Okay.
And the bad guys sucked. So I would argue that the bad guys weren't really the bad guys. The bad guys was them trying to find a way to accomplish this goal legally. And that's why it's called In the Gray, because they have to like go into the gray areas to get to accomplish this task.
It's like a good idea.
Yeah.
Like the movie's a good idea, but you don't know who's really leading the show. Like, is it Isa? Is it Jake? It's definitely not Henry, because Henry's like wallpaper. So, and I don't know why. I love Henry Cavill, and I'm like desperate to see him do cool shit.
Yeah,
and
but he's like a supporting character,
waiting for him to do cool shit, Superman. Right. And he just never does. He's not bad, but he's just there. and it's like fucking frustrating, right? To
Right.
watch this stuff.
Like,
Like, there's so much
especially
potential
Henry
here.
Cavill fans. Like, you want to see a Henry Cavill led movie, and guess what? Since Man of Steel, there hasn't been.
But is this? I
Like,
think
the closest
for me,
thing to
this-
a Henry Cavill led movie. Sorry, 1 second. The closest thing to a Henry Cavill led project was Witcher after Man of Steel, which everyone loved.
Right.
But like, he refuses to do a movie where he's the actual star of the movie.
Is it he refusing, or is he not?
I don't know, but it's driving
I
me
was-
nuts, dude.
I was gonna say I don't actually think the blame is on Cavill himself. I think that he's been given some bad movie scripts, and I also think he's had some bad direction since Man of Steel. And I think anybody else more competent as a writer or a director probably could have helped him bust out into being that high end actor that we all thought he was going to be, in my opinion.
Well, it's crazy. So look at that movie. What's it? The one with oh my god, the follow up
Mission
to
Impossible.
Kingsman. No, the one follow up to Kingsman.
Oh, the Mission Impossible?
No. It's
Argyle.
Yeah.
So Argyle, they presented the movie as if Henry Cavill was a star, right? The trailers, the posters, right? And then it's really about this lovely woman who is a writer. And spoiler alert, guys. I mean, movie, you can watch the movie.
Yeah, it's old.
Streaming.
You spoil it.
But she's a writer who is actually like has amnesia, and she's actually like this secret agent chick, and her amnesia, what you find out, is sort of like was created on purpose to keep her out of the fight. And her writing, the books, is basically her memories surfacing. And she creates a character that's a male character in Argyle, played by Henry Cavill. And it's sort of clever the way they go back and forth and show Henry Cavill, and then they show the real version of these characters, and they're not the Henry Cavills and the John Cenas and the slick spies. They're like regular people.
Right.
And it's sort of clever. And I didn't mind the movie. I did enjoy it more on my second watch than on my first.
Well, their lead is unbelievable. Like there's a prime example of our last segment we were talking about. You don't cast Bryce Dallas Howard as an ass-kicking person when she's not an ass-kicking person. But go ahead.
Right. Now, the thing is, though, Henry Cavill in that movie was great.
In his limited, I mean, what'd you see him for, 5 minutes?
Yeah, so he's barely in the movie, but when he's in the movie for like 15 minutes total.
Maybe, yeah.
Spread out. But in the movie, he's awesome. Like, you like that character, you want to see more of him.
He's James Bond. 100%.
Right, he's James Bond. He's James Bond. Which is why I will argue to my death that the person you should pick for your James Bond should be Henry freaking Cavill.
I'm going to tell you something crazy.
I don't know why we're even talking about anyone else right now.
I'm gonna
Back the money truck up and make this dude's actually English, right?
Let me
British.
tell you something. I think the problem is Henry Cavill, and I'm gonna go out on a wire here, and I'm gonna piss a bunch of people off, and I'm sorry, okay? But I think the problem after watching this movie is Henry. And I think the problem is, and if you take a look, and I took a deep dive into Henry and kind of looked at how he is and his Warhammer stuff and his, all the things that he loves in his life, right? And I'm starting to realize something. Henry Cavill is fantastic in this movie as an operator, as a Navy SEAL, as the guy with the gun. Like, you watch him do it, you fucking believe he knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
And he's believable. The problem is, I feel like he shrinks himself into the roles that he does. He becomes that expert at whatever he's supposed to be, and he envelops himself into it. And I think he's more of an internalizer than he is somebody who projects superstardom, and he wants to be that, that SEAL, that guy, right? And he has a hard time letting his true charisma exude from his pores. And so he ends up really being like very believable and good. But at the same time, you're like, where's the shine? I'm missing it. And you know what's funny? Jake Gyllenhaal's the exact same way. Go back and look at all of his movies. Go back and look at Nightcrawler. Go back and look at a bunch of the stuff he did. He shrinks himself into his character. And the reason why he's not leading a bunch of movies is because he's so obsessed with getting his character right that he shrinks into it. and he's also good in this movie in his tiny role.
I mean, coincidentally,
there's no movie star.
He was in a movie called Ambulance with Isaac Gonzalez too. And you watch that movie and you're like, damn, his character in this movie is awesome.
Yeah, it's like, where is this guy? He could be huge.
Like that, you watch that movie and you're like, dude, the only good part of this film is his character, who is sort of the pseudo bad guy, spoiler alert. And you're like, I want to see more of this guy's character. I want to see a trilogy with this character. But instead we're like focused on his brother, who he was like his adopted brother, this black dude that has very little charisma, and his family issues, and Isaac Gonzalez, who is wonderful, by the way. I'm not even gonna talk trash. She's awesome. And you're like, why are we not focusing on the anti-villain? Because Jake Gyllenhaal is so good. Again, limited though, like a spice. They're like paprika, where they make everything better, but like on their own, maybe it doesn't work. And we've never actually got to see them on their own make it work. Although we did see Jake Gyllenhaal in Prince of Persia, that did not work. But I would argue that was before he knew what he was doing.
I agree.
I would say as well. Firstly, the funniest thing is, if you want to see Henry Cavill completely different, go back and watch the Guy Pearce Count of Monte Cristo movie from the early 2000s.
Yeah, his first role.
Is. Yeah, skinny little teenage guy. Yeah, kid. It's really weird watching it now, but also it is strange how we're talking about those two actors. And for me, I think they had everything to be on a level, at least with Statham, for doing action movies.
Easily, Statham is the worst fucking action star. Like, he's the number one action star right now, right? Jason Statham is.
Yeah, and
is he number one?
He branched out from Guy Pearce, ironically.
Is he really the number one action star?
The number one action star.
Because he is not a good actor.
I know he's a terrible actor.
Again, I'm not talking trash. I like Statham, but he's not a good actor.
Yeah. He's a terrible actor.
But then again,
his movies
how many action stars have been good actors?
Exactly. Action movies don't have to have great actors, right? It's okay. But this movie has like some great actors. Like somebody said in the chat that Henry's 43 years old and time's fucking running out, man.
Right.
Like he's going to go to, if this continues the way he's going, he's going to be listed as like the most disappointing actor in the history of Hollywood.
Well, so someone in the chat also said he was great in Man Uncle. He was. Again, though, but not the main character.
That's the problem.
He is a leading man who is taking roles where he's not the leading man.
He's playing supporting characters. Dude, you're a leading man,
Stop
Henry.
playing supporting characters. Everyone wants to see you. There's a reason why they put you front and center on the cover of Argyle and Ministry of Ungentlemanly I can't say that word.
Warfare.
Yeah. And every other movie you've ever done, you are the guy they market because people want to see you.
You are who we want, brother.
So stop supporting the rest of the cast. By the way, Isaac Gonzalez is also on that movie.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Well, it's also a Guy Ritchie film, so yeah.
Really? Oh, of course it is. And she was great in that too, by the way. I really liked her. I like this actress a lot. She's awesome. You guys should watch.
She was good. And to go back to this movie, like she was good in her role in this movie.
100%.
Yeah, she was totally good. The problem is they set her up as the lead, but then she doesn't end up leading. There's this give and take between her and Gyllenhaal. Like you're not sure who's like running the movie. And the real problem with this movie isn't like Guy Ritchie knows how to make an action film. But the problem is the writing was so poor. They spent so long dragging out the plans. Like I checked my watch halfway through. I'm like, listen, I love Ocean's 11, guys.
It's like,
but holy shit, you can't spend 15 minutes drawing up plans.
Yeah. So it's like the first act of Ocean's 11, but let's make that the first two acts of this film.
Right.
So like they took the cool planning stage of Ocean's 11 and they made that like 40 minutes.
Right, and because they couldn't in the second act, because they couldn't go through all their plans, they had to take it to the third act and like escape again, right? You know, like so they don't escape once, they escape twice, you know, and they had to set up this whole thing where, and listen, and Rosamund Pike, who I know she has a lot of criticisms, like I see what they were trying to do here. There was like a clever thing, but it came off as corny. It came off as like a little like weird, like she's the bad guy now in the movie because why? because she sent a dude at the beginning who ends up something happens to him, and now she's the blame, and like now so the bad guy isn't even the drug dealer. The bad guy isn't Tormund Giantsbane. The bad guy is really Rosamund Pike, and it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I'm going to say something controversial here. I've never been a fan of Rosamund Pike.
Neither have I.
Die Another Day. I thought she was bang average in that Bond movie, and every film she's been in, I think she's been. The Bond movie
screwed her over. She's done some good stuff in between, but
I thoroughly dislike her. Actually,
actually, perfect cast in Wheel of Time, but they just screwed it all up.
Yeah, I've never liked anything she's ever done. So to wrap this up, I'll tell you, I did enjoy the movie. Is it worth a theater price ticket? No. And there's not enough action to justify a theater experience. So I would wait for it to come out on streaming.
I would too. Yeah.
And get it there. And I'll say it again. Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal have amazing chemistry in this movie.
And they do. You're right. And I understand why Lionsgate pulled out. Because it's a mess. Like, you can tell it's a mess of a movie, but there's a little cool nuggets in it. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, you believe him and Henry. I mean, you might even believe more that Jake Gyllenhaal's a badass.
Honestly, though, they're such a good team. Like, I can see someone else seeing this movie and being like, "Oh, we gotta get these guys in a buddy cop movie or whatever."
Right.
Like they have such good chemistry,
but their lines were terrible. See, that was the other part.
But it leaves you wanting more. Like, you want someone with better when you want a creative that is that is better at writing.
Yeah.
To like take these two characters and make them special. Because like they're clearly cool characters and they have a lot of chemistry. You can tell Cavill and Gyllenhaal like were friends. They're probably hanging out during the movie. Yeah. They probably had a good time making this movie.
They should do a Sid and Bronco movie is what they should do. It should be call it Sid and Bronco.
Right.
And it's just those two guys.
Right.
100%. And then have somebody good write it. Have Matthew Vaughn write that shit.
Matthew Vaughn.
Go back and put Henry Cavill in the right movie, man.
Matthew Vaughn. Let's give us a Henry Cavill Gyllenhaal movie. Let me see another 48 hours with Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'll take it.
That would be incredible. I'm telling you guys, even for the limited time you get, it's worth watching on streaming because you see that glimmer and you're like, damn, that potential is so good.
Exactly.
Right? And again, Isaac Gonzalez, so hot.
Put them both in and give us a Universal Soldier story from a proper Universal Soldier. Yeah. Both of them in it. They'd work perfectly in it.
Yeah. I think what happens is Henry Cavill needs to just be the leading man in a straightforward action star movie. Nothing weird, no complicated stuff. Give us a good bad guy and against Henry Cavill. Give us some decent stakes. Make it a clear A to Z story progression and just let it make $1 billion. This is not hard.
I think the problem is, like I said, this is Henry's fault because they're offering him these movies. Like, after Superman, he had to be getting offered exactly what you're talking about, but he's choosing things. I mean, we're going to talk Voltron. He's not even the lead in Voltron.
Sorry, guys, my eyes are destroyed.
He's playing the king. He's taking these bit. He wants to be a bit actor, dude. Walk into the light. That's where you belong.
Yeah. And I did hear the rumor that he was going to make another cameo in Secret Wars as the Cavalry. And here's the deal. That's cool. And everyone's going to be like it for the minute it's on screen.
Right. For the 30 seconds.
So can we just sign the contract? Like, just commit to a really cool role. It's like he's constantly teasing us and never just giving us what we're all asking for.
I really hope Highlander. Yeah, I really hope. I was just going to say that.
If I really hope comes out and it's not good, I give up. I give up on you, Henry. If Highlander is not good, I give up on you.
Do you know what? I think.
But did you watch The Witcher?
I think he needs to do some Van Damme, do some action movies, some decent standalone action movies. Him build his profile up with action movies, then go into thing. Is he still doing Warhammer? Is that still a thing? Is that in development?
Warhammer 40K. Yeah, it hasn't been canceled.
Yeah,
He was great in
So-
The Witcher, Brian. That's not. I mean, that's not. His
That's the
problem.
question. Like,
He was
so
great in
so
Superman.
if he just adopts his Witcher, the what he brought to The Witcher
yes,
to Highlander,
yes,
and it has a decent writer. I'm not even talking about a good writer, just good enough to tell a decent, mostly entertaining Highlander story. With that, what he brought to The Witcher, it'll make a ton of money.
it will. It will. And he will be where he belongs. And maybe he's fighting stardom. I don't know. Maybe once he had a taste of Superman, he's like, holy crap, I don't want that was too much. Maybe
Well, he likes his gaming and building PCs as well, doesn't he?
like
That's not even true. Maybe he spends too much time playing video games.
nerd.
All right, well, tell us what you guys think of The Witcher. I'm sorry, In the Gray, Henry Cavill, Jake Gyllenhaal, and Isaac Gonzalez. Let us know in the comment section and in the chat, okay? Moving on. Okay, we have some super chats we're going to cover before the next topic.
Yeah. That was that was a nice heated discussion. I wanted to get this Henry shit off my chest, man. It's been bugging me. Like it's like God, I just want him to be good so bad.
Eating away for years at you, isn't it? It is.
It's
been a weight on your shoulders.
So bad. He's such a good-looking man. He should be a fucking movie star. He should be the greatest movie star.
I love it in Mission Impossible. You know when they're fighting in the toilets.
Yes, yeah.
And he gets up and he just does that as if he's going to go back in for another round.
Oh
of the
yeah,
fight. So
the lock and load.
Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Dude, this guy is
Where's that guy?
Where is this guy?
Yeah.
I'm so mad."
I mean, again, you talk about Arnie just to finish off. You know, Henry Cavill would be perfect in something like a remake of True Lies or something like that. He would be ideal in a movie like that. Really would do well in a film like
It's
that.
like you're dating like this really hot chick, but she's like studying for her thesis, so she's never really around, and she can't really spend time with you, and she's like really focused on her career, and she's so hot, and you want to spend time with her, and you really like her, but you can't because she's too busy doing stuff that is not what you want her to do, right? And what happens is you end up moving on, and then she gets done, and she becomes exactly the person you want, and you can only see her on Instagram. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's what you and he's getting older. He's getting to the point where he's gonna age out of the roles that we want to see him in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
That's the problem.
All right, from John Burns for 279. Thank you, John. Did you guys read my Star Trek letter?
Yes, John, I got an email and I replied to you, so hopefully you got the reply on it. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. John sent us a little letter talking about, Star Trek, and he kind of compared it to like soccer club owners of the 90s, and he had some really interesting points. Thank you for sharing that, John, and maybe put that in Discord. That's something we're going to push again.
Yes.
Brian and I talked about it, and we're really sorry for all of you guys on Discord. We need to do better. And we're going to do a big push for Discord. So please, John, put this letter in Discord so everybody can read it.
Yeah.
And we can comment also on it.
This week, by the way, we're going to be modifying the Discord. We're going to edit some channels, and we're going to add a channel that is specifically for members of either this channel or the other channel that is for scoops and rumors. And we get a ton of scoops and rumors that we can't really share live, right? So what we're going to do, in my need to constantly put those out there but have no outlet for it, I'm going to make that outlet Discord.
Yeah, that's good.
And because it can't be public, it's going to be for members only. And people are going to be able to go in there and look at all the stuff that we hear that we're not allowed to share publicly, but we will share it privately in that Discord.
And also, I think, like, as a community, it's really cool that we come and hang out for a couple hours or 3 or 4 hours every Saturday. But we really should, for people who are like, I wish I could hang out with my friends more, we should be doing that on Discord all week. And we used to do better at that. And it kind of got, we kind of got bad at it, I guess, is the point. And so we want to bring that back and make it more where you guys can also hang out with each other during the week. So
right,
we'll make that more active. And so, John, put that there. I think that's great.
Also from John Burns, Jason Statham is the only action star remaining.
Yeah, I honestly like
He's
Tom
aging out, though.
Cruise is still doing stuff, but his action days are probably behind him. But who do we got? Jason Statham. What are we going to call Jason Momoa an action star? Not really.
No, he's more of like I don't know what he is.
Then you go
He's
like,
not really an action star. I'm sorry I put glasses on, guys. My eyes are like super sensitive right now. So
Brian just thinks he's cool and wants to say that.
no,
way.
really, like the lights are bright right now, and my eyes are like messing with me. So.
I think you go further down the rung though about action stars because you've got the straight to DVD kind of ones then, haven't you? Like Scott Adkins and people like that. But that's not high level. Yeah. Right. Hollywood A-listing.
Okay, another one from John Burns. YouTube video, how Jason Statham, action star. #spy.
Oh, that's cool. I would argue that the guy who was in The Running Man, that I just don't want, I drew a blank on him. He's also an action star, but he's not doing action movies really. The guy from Top Gun 2,
Glenn Powell,
yeah.
And another one from John Burns. Thank you, John.
So we'll check out that one, John. That video.
Anyone remember the Craft movie? Yes, The Craft. Yes.
Oh, you mean the three girls? That was a good girl movie.
Yeah, but
why?
But they had superpowers.
They were hot. So
they had superpowers and they were super hot. Yeah.
It was Nell. What's her name? And it was
a bunch of like really attractive women with witch powers.
Yeah.
I always prefer. It's awesome, John Burns. I always preferred Blood Bowl to Warhammer. I like Warhammer.
This is at John Yulden. So John, this is yours.
Blood Bowl to Warhammer. I have no idea because I've never ever done Blood Bowl. I've never done Warhammer.
Guy, John Burns. Right,
the only thing I remember from that sort of thing was actually late 80s as a kid, you know, where they had like Space Commander and stuff like that. And you had, you know, the fantasy battle games on board. Yeah, I never did any of that stuff. So I know nothing about it whatsoever.
Okay. And John for 279 says, I meant read your letter on your show. Oh, I see. Gotcha. You want to read on the show. Well, John, do you want to just come in and join us here? What's going on, man? No, we'll get you in the we'll read it in the member section if you want.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Okay, guys. All right, let's move on to the next topic. 1 second, let me pull it up. So let's talk about the Odyssey next, and after that, we'll talk about Obsession.
Nev Campbell and Rachel Tunney. That's right.
Yes.
And there was one other girl in that. Who was that? It was
the psycho chick from Wild Things, right?
That was Nev Campbell in the Wild Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you're right. It was Rach. Yeah, let's see. Robin Tunney. That's right. She played it. It was Fairuza Balk.
Ah.
She still terrifies me. She actually has fangs when she smiles.
Yeah, she does. Okay. All right, let's talk about the Odyssey. It's there's interesting things going on here. A lot of people are worried about this film, including me. When I researched this a little further, I found out that actually this movie is not based on the Odyssey, the poem.
Well, that's not fair, though. I mean, okay, so you're right to some degree. Like, there have been a lot of people who've revised it for scripts, and she's just the most latest one to do it. So nobody who's made a film takes it directly from Homer's poems.
Right. Well, this one's actually based on Emily Watson's 2017 translation of Homer's Odyssey. Emily Watson, the same person, I might add, the same exact person who said, I felt many translators had indulged the impulse to simplify the ethics of this poem by presenting Odysseus as if he were not only a warrior and a protagonist, but a hero in the modern sense, someone to admire, and reducing or removing the possibility of narrative sympathy for other characters, including the slave characters, whom most translations, again, shockingly label as if they were free, maids, herders, housekeepers, etc.
Right.
The same person who in an interview said that, who purposely said that she preferred, or she thought that the way it should have been was these people should be this particular race and not that particular race. And she knows what the text says, but she felt it has been misinterpreted, which there's no way it could have been. This person is a third wave feminist who translated the Odyssey into modern language, and she has been attempting to liberalize it in a way that removes the original intention of the original work. So first off, right away, you are operating with a rotten core. You are creating something on shifting sand right away.
Well, so here's what I'll say. Christopher Nolan did use this translation to... Now, Christopher Nolan wrote this script. This is Chris Nolan. He's not only directed the movie, he wrote it. Okay, so he's the guy who picked and chose what to take from. Christopher Nolan also read Homer's original poems. Okay, he read the original Iliad and the Odyssey, very familiar with it before he chose to do this. In fact, he wanted to do this film because he felt like it had never been done properly as a big, giant movie. And that's why he wanted to tackle it. So just to be clear, and I understand totally what you're saying, and this, maybe he did pick and choose from some of the things. We don't know for sure, but he definitely didn't come into this and go, I don't know dick about this stuff, and I'm going to just take whatever Emily Wilson said in her 2017 translation, and I'm just going to use all that. That's not what occurred. I want to be clear. Okay. So, but did he maybe bow to, a little bit of Hollywood? This is a guy who's never had to do this. He made a fucking 3-hour movie where people, don't just talk a whole bunch, and it's half of it's in black and white, and it made $1 billion. So this is a guy who can sell. He doesn't need to bend the knee, right? So
okay, but you can see how typical leftist sort of liberalism is making its way into this film.
Well, so it appears that way. So, and we want to be careful to say we don't know what the movie. We haven't seen it yet. We don't know.
That's true.
And if you go back to some of his other movies, there were heavy criticisms before those as well.
Well, let's just start at the confirmed.
Right.
Zendaya is playing Athena.
She's in Dune. She's in everything. Shocker. I mean, she actually probably looks more like Athena. I mean, that actually kind of might make sense,
How?
Well, because she looks. I mean, to me, I know she's brown. I mean, the people
Greek.
over there aren't pearly white, right? They're Middle Eastern-ish.
They're Greek.
Skin tone. They're Greek, and so she kind of looks like a Greek to me.
No, she doesn't. No, you're out of your mind.
I'm not.
She doesn't look like Greek.
Greek people, bro.
I have. She doesn't look Greek.
I don't like her, and I don't want her to be cast in any movie.
She doesn't have fair skin and fiery red hair. She does not look like the depiction of Athena that's in the Odyssey and other mythology. She doesn't look anything like Athena.
Okay, well, here's what I'll tell you. I think Athena, like Jesus, has been whiteified over the years. Okay, but if you go back to the time,
so sue me. That's the version that we've all grown up with. Is the fiery red-haired, crazy warrior chick Athena, not the skinny 12-year-old boy with an afro. I'm sorry, we just didn't grow up with that version of it.
That's not what Athena is going to be. I don't think Athena has an afro in this movie.
No, but Zendaya doesn't look anything like the version of Athena we all grew up picturing.
I don't know what we all grew up with, but there's tons of Athenas out there. I grew up with maybe Clash of the Titans Athena.
Again, Zendaya is a 12-year-old boy with no emotion and doesn't look anything like the version of Athena we all were assumed would be.
I'm just saying what she looks like isn't totally off the ball for Greek people. I'm just saying.
I don't know where you're getting that, dude.
Listen, she's not a.
She barely looks like a woman. She looks like a Boy Scout, bro.
Listen, Athena wasn't a British redheaded girl, bro. She wasn't a white.
I didn't say that either. I didn't say that. Well, she was. I mean, according to the depictions of her, she was a fair skin with fiery hair.
You mean the marble?
Not the marble. The depictions in mythology and in all the Greek literature and everything we grew up reading.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that we should put. If you're going to say this stuff, you should put the receipts out. I don't think that's necessarily true.
I mean, do I have to go look up images of Athena? Am I insane?
I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, maybe you have an image of what Athena looks like in your mind, but I don't think that's like.
All right, well, tell us in the chat and in the comments. How many of you guys, when you think of Athena, the goddess,
think of a redheaded.
Do you think? I want to know what you think she looks like. Does she look like Zendaya? Hey, maybe I'm wrong. Put a poll up. Put a poll up right now.
Oh, okay.
Tell me if you think Zendaya is a good cast for the goddess
that's not the
Athena.
right question, because it's not a good.
No.
I'm saying
Tell me if you think. Fine. Tell me if you think she can visually look like that character in any way. I mean, I'm not the crazy person here, bro, and I don't want to be virtue signaled as if I am. It's very clear that Zendaya is horrible casting for this. Even if she was the best director on the planet, she doesn't look anything like the character that we all visualize. And you can say, "Oh, it's because Athena's been whitenized." Dude, she's Greek, bro. She's fair-skinned and red-haired. There's nothing like this. Looks nothing like this character.
I got to be honest with you. I pictured Athena as a brown-haired, olive-skinned person. That's how I picture Athena. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So when you picture Athena, you picture Zendaya?
I kind of do picture her that way.
That's crazy. Okay, there's a third person on the panel. When you picture Athena, bro, what do you picture?
I do picture her that way.
John, what do you picture when you picture Athena?
I don't see Zendaya as Athena. I got to be honest, and I got to be honest. I'm tired of having to picture a Zendaya in anything.
I am too. I'm tired of her. I'm the first one to tell you I can't stand that I got to watch her all the time. I'm just saying. Of all the ones to complain about, that's not the problem.
Yeah, that's not the worst one. I agree.
I just started there and got like crazy pushback.
Of course you did, because that's where. But you should start where the problem.
I'm starting with the confirmed roles. Okay. Zendaya is playing Athena, which makes no sense to me. She has the body of a 12-year-old boy. She doesn't look anything like Athena to me. But that's the confirmed role. We don't know who Elliot Page is playing, but according to leaks, she's playing, whatever is playing Achilles, which also makes no bloody sense.
Right, and we don't know for sure that's the case. We've heard that it's the ghost of Achilles, but we don't know for sure. It would be a weird casting unless all he's playing is literally the ghost of Achilles, and we never see Achilles in this movie other than as a ghost, that Odysseus runs into, maybe, but
which doesn't make sense because we're going to see the Trojan horse, right?
Yeah. Yes. We are.
Me with this film, where I'm at with it now is, I know that we don't know everything at this moment in time. I could be wrong. It could be an absolute banger, but I'm actually at this point now where I think this could be a Nolan fail. And I'm at a point in life now where I'm like, I've seen this barbecue so many times now, where we talk about the casting. Oh, this looks like it's been happened. This woke lot has been put into something, and we hope it isn't the case, but it always turns out that it has been included in there, and it just makes the story worse. I mean, I know we've got to suspend our disbelief with watching a movie, but if that is the case and what they confirm about some of the casting in this, straight away I'm like, sorry, that just doesn't. That I just can't believe that. That takes me out of it.
Okay, so now let's get to the last of the casting that has now been confirmed.
So real quick though, let's just go back, okay?
Yeah.
And I understand. I want to make this clear for everybody. So in mythology, Athena's hair, okay, is described as beautiful brown, dark, or auburn locks. Okay, so that's that. In the Percy Jackson novels, okay, where they brought it out, she actually had blonde hair. And in pop culture and animation, modern fan works, she has fiery red hair.
That's correct.
Okay, so what we're seeing is I'm not a current pop culture animation kind of guy. So I'm going back to the original mythology and the stuff I read about it and taking a look at what Greek people look like today. And I would say that, Athena looks a lot more Greek, or I'm sorry, Zendaya, as much as I don't like.
But none of those depictions that you just mentioned, not a single one looks anything like Zendaya.
She has brown hair, no?
She has no, yeah. It's
I mean, what is she? Do we even know? I mean,
we don't know. We don't know. I don't want to keep talking about this. Let us know in the poll
I just
what you
want to
guys
make
think.
it clear to everybody, because I think we had it very not clear as to where it's at. There is a broad representation of what
I
people
think,
Athena
generally
looks
speaking, normal people are going to look at this and be like, "That is not what Athena looks like."
okay, maybe.
And
I think average people are going to look at. Sorry, what was that, John?
And I said, yeah, right. Yeah, people will go and watch that film, and it'll live and die by their view on that. It'll be like,
That's
okay,
true.
And I think
I'm walking out the cinema. I'm not enjoying this. This is I can't.
I
can't
think the
buy
same
into
with
it.
Elliot Page. Average people are going to be like, "That's not what Achilles looked like."
No, of course they're not.
And the most importantly for me is average people are not going to look at Lupita Nyong'o or whatever and say that's Helena Troy. Not a single person will.
Not a single person will look at her and go. And the reason why is, and there's a really great. The View tried to justify her casting as Helen of Troy. I don't know if you guys saw that interview, but the black lady on The View decided she was going to say, "Look, I've studied this stuff, and Greek culture. It really is. It exists because of African culture. It's just ridiculous.
Everything exists because of African culture. They always say it.
Look, I'm gonna be that guy. This isn't a racial thing, but you telling me that's the face that launched 1,000 ships, and that's someone that an army went to war for.
Well, and listen, bro, she was Greek. I mean, listen, you can maybe pass Zendaya off as Greek, but you can't pass this woman off as Greek.
No,
right?
No.
Okay.
No, you can't.
I mean, sorry.
No, you can't. No, and here's the problem.
Helena Brixton.
Here's the problem. Like the description, and so what's happening is, especially for some reason in ancient Greek stories, they're trying to constantly take characters from Greek mythology and Greek history and race bend them. And when you ask, "Hey, why are you doing that?" they say, "Why do you care?" And I'll tell you why I care.
Oh, I care because I don't like being fooled.
Yeah, I care because it makes no sense.
Right.
I care for the same exact reason. When I go to watch a movie, I expect the casting to represent the characters that I see in my mind and that have been described as in history. Cleopatra, I don't care what anyone says, wasn't black.
She wasn't. She just wasn't.
Bottom line, she wasn't. And you can lie to yourself and you can lie to people. And there's actual history teachers, black history teachers, they're like, "I tell my kids all the time she's black." I'm like, why? Why are you lying? I don't understand why you're trying to take over an historical character. It's an odd thing to do.
I'll tell you why. And this is the reason why. And this might be the reason why Chris Nolan's doing it. And a lot of people are pointing to this. Even Elon Musk is pointing at this. He's accusing Nolan of trying to make sure that this has an Oscar win by casting, people of ethnic colors that maybe shouldn't be in the film. Now, there's other ways your film can be nominated for an Oscar, and he didn't need to do that in the last movie that he won Oscars for, which was just drew a blank, but it was Oppenheimer. He didn't have to do that there, so I don't know why he has to feel like he has to do that here. But that is one of the things that is going around. Do you guys think it's possibly an Oscar push, and he put her in this relatively important role for this reason? To meet the Oscar
maybe, but isn't there like 300 people in this movie? Couldn't you have created any other character for it?
It has to be it has to be a relatively main character. It has to be of a diverse ethnic. And now I thought personally that maybe Zendaya would qualify him for Athena, and that he wouldn't have to, do this. Maybe Helen of Troy isn't really in the movie.
Christopher says because they changed the rules for Oscars since Oppenheimer.
Oh, they did change it since then. Okay, so it's possible that that's just the answer, guys. It's possible that Chris is like, you know what? Nobody cares about Helen of Troy. Guess what, guys? If you saw the movie Troy, you care about Helen of Troy.
Yeah.
You care about Achilles, Brad Pitt,
yeah.
And I can't even remember the girl who played Helen of Troy, but it was the guy,
Is
the
it
girl
Krieg?
from Deep Impact.
Krieg.
All right.
Is it
Yeah, the girl who
Alice
played
Krieg or so? Not Alice Krieg. I know
no,
you mean.
it's
Whatever. So this is from Variety. The Odyssey. Why Elon Musk and his troll army's attacks aren't just silly but wildly inaccurate. And this article literally made my blood boil. Like my hand was like curling into a fist while I was reading this. I'm serious. All right.
Helen of Madagascar made me laugh. Sorry, I just saw that.
That's pretty funny.
Helen of Madagascar.
One Punch Man is just saying Helen of like every single possible version of this.
That was pretty funny, dude.
All right, so look at this. From the team that brought you, why is Snow White Latina? First off, right away, no one was mad that Rachel Zegler was playing Snow White until she opened her stupid mouth. No one was mad about her playing Snow White until she opened her stupid mouth and started talking about her feminist interpretation of the character.
That's a good point, actually.
Not a single person knew or cared she was Latina. No one. Okay.
That was a pushback. So when you push out, you're going to get pushed back on, and people are going to look for any reason why not. Is your skin Snow White? Well, that's the way she was described. And now they're going to start coming at you.
Right. No one cared until she opened her mouth. Okay, why are there black people in Rings of Power? That's a good question. Why are there? Hey, John, that literature is from your area. What? Can you tell me, can you give me a realistic reason why there are black people in Rings of Power?
John,
None.
you're on the point, dude. This is your fault. Go.
It's you, bro. Go.
None whatsoever. But of course, these days it's in everything. We've got BBC like historical shows going out now, dramas. They're talking about the Viking invasion of England with black characters as Vikings in those shows. I mean, for crying out loud, the world has gone insane.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. And Star Wars has gone woke because it has. Come the latest onslaught against an anticipated Hollywood project that committed the unfathomable sin of having a diverse cast. No, the sin isn't having a diverse cast. The sin is casting people because of their skin color and not because of the character. What if I said, in 25 years, right, we're like, hey, we're going to make a movie about President Barack Obama. And we're casting a white guy. No, seriously. That's unheard of. That would be so silly to me and ridiculous. Yeah. I would scream and yell the same way I am now. Has nothing to do with the fact that the person is black or white or yellow or orange or whatever, okay? And had everything to do with representing the character correctly, not just for points on an Oscar win, not just for points on Reddit or Blue Sky, but for creative points to cast the person that represents the character and not your stupid DEI initiative. That's the problem I have. All right, Black Panther starring Ryan Gosling. Anyone cool with that?
I kind of would like to see that.
Just to see people's brains explode?
I just like Ryan Gosling and I want to watch him and everything. So it's like.
So in recent days, the Twitter trolls have formed a phalanx and pointing their squarely at the Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's $250 million adaptation of Homer's epic. Let's be clear. His $250 million adaptation of Emily's translation of Homer's epic, scheduled to hit cinemas July 17th. They have not actually seen the film yet, mind you. That's true. But have nevertheless managed to work themselves into a lather over a pair of castings. Though Page's character isn't confirmed yet, Elliot Page's Achilles, Ghost, and Lupita Nyong'o's Helen of Troy. Let me just finish with this.
Is confirmed.
Yes, Helen of Troy is confirmed.
She's playing Helen of Troy and Helen of Troy's sister.
And this is the part that they always get to. Forget that Achilles and Helen of Troy are both fictional characters navigating a mythological fable, replete with a giant Cyclops, Okay,
Which looks terrible, by the way.
The Cyclops looks ridiculous. I'm so tired of people going, it's just fictional. What are you worried about?
But if it was the other way,
because that's not what the character is. If we cast Black Panther, if we cast Ryan Reynolds as Black Panther,
I'm pretty sure Black Panther's not real either.
I'd be upset because Black Panther, even if it's a fictional character, is not a white guy.
Right. That's true.
You even if they're fictional characters, it doesn't mean that it's a good idea to race bend them or gender bend them based on some stupid made up quota that the Oscar Commission decided is virtue signaling.
That's true. But let's get back to John's point, which I liked, because it's not about even let's say race wasn't a big issue. The boat that launched, or the face that launched 1,000 boats. Okay, the black girl who was in Game of Thrones. I don't know if you can find a picture of her. Like, no one complains. Just like Idris Elba playing Man of War in the new He-Man movie, and everybody's like, was Man of War white? I don't even remember. Who gives a shit? I'd tell Idris Elba. I want to see that. If this girl, and I'm not saying this is a bad-looking girl that's playing the role. Okay, I'm not trying to say anything like that. But this other girl is like gorgeous, and she's black.
The chick that played Missandria.
Missandria, Missende.
Missende. Yeah, she's super hot.
So I mean, like, gorgeous woman. Like, cast her. If like you really got to go down this road, like I got to get that Oscar bait, you probably aren't going to get a whole bunch of complaints if you cast this girl. I don't know if you put her up on the screen or not.
I'm about to.
If you put her up, if you cast her, everybody's like, okay. I mean, so it's not always about. It's not always about. That's not the best picture ever, but
no, it's not.
That's the point. That's a valid point you've made, Shane, there with that image. Because because look, I don't want to be that guy because I'm not that guy, but I am just going to say it again because I'm not a super hunky guy myself. But are you honestly telling me an army, a navy would basically be going, yeah, we're going to go and get her back. We want her back. No, they wouldn't. They'd be going, you keep her. It's fine. Let's talk out a trade deal.
Well, yeah. So I think the very first qualifier is that she's generally accepted as beautiful, not subjectively, but like generally speaking, beautiful. That's where you start. You have to have at least that, and then you can try to cast her in the typical Greek version of that character.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. So Lupita Nyong'o, and maybe there's been people that find her beautiful. I think generally she's not a bombshell.
She's not Helen of Troy, bro.
She's not Helen of Troy. She's not Helen of Troy. That's like Cat. That's like Cat.
Ever lived,
right?
You know
what I mean? Like according they fought wars over her because of her beauty. So, anyways, also, and I don't want to stick on this for too long, but we have to. We also need to talk about this news involving the Odyssey. So we're gonna move on and talk about another thing about Odyssey. But let me know in the comments in the chat what you think about the casting. If we're wrong, please tell us why, and don't just say racist. That's ridiculous. Yeah. Give us real information. Yeah. So this is the next part of the Odyssey I want to bring up. Christopher Nolan reveals inspiration behind casting Travis Scott in the Odyssey. Let me tell you the real inspiration. Because the Oscar Commission said you have to have this many black people in your movie.
It sure feels that way, man.
Yes.
It does, doesn't it?
It sure feels that way. And listen, we don't know 100%. We don't know what's behind Chris Nolan's thinking in this. And I don't think Travis Scott is playing a character that we'll recognize as Travis Scott. But the mere fact that he's in it for the reason he suggests, which is because
I wanted a nod toward the idea that this story has been handed down as oral poetry, which is analogous to rap.
It's not, guys. Rap. Listen, Baby Got Back and
Homer's The Odyssey
is not. Let's nobody pass that down orally, bro.
I always imagined that when they were playing this out, all that time ago, it was like 8 Mile and there was battle rap going on stage while they were doing it. Absolutely, 100%.
You gotta lose yourself to the moment, the moment.
At least pick a rap star that's I'm sorry, and I'm no one to judge who's the best nowadays, but I'm pretty sure Travis Scott isn't the best of the rappers these days.
They're gonna, he's 100% not the best of the rappers. He's horrible.
Kendrick Lamar out there, that would have maybe made more sense if you're gonna.
Travis Scott sucks, dude. He's legitimately, he sucks. You can barely understand a word he's saying. His beats are trash. He's not a good artist. He had a couple good hits and a couple good features. And by the way, nowadays, in order to become a good rapper, you just have to feature a couple people that are popular at the moment that can get you Instagram and TikTok clicks. Yeah. He is not a good artist. He's a bad rapper. His beats are garbage. His music is basic and simple. You can barely understand a word he says, and his culture is trash. He talks about trash things. There's nothing deep about his lyrics. He's not a good artist. Casting him is the same as casting freaking 50 Cent. Okay? If it was back then, it'd be the same thing, dude. And I don't have any problem with 50 Cent. Like, 50 Cent is a better artist this guy was. But, like, it'd be the same thing as casting, like, a gangster rapper from the 90s. Because there's no gangster rappers anymore. Now it's, like, drugs and mumbling and nonsense. It's garbage. Anyways, the problem I have with this is that, from my perspective, it's very clear that it has nothing to do with rap and everything to do with the stupid DEI initiative that came from the Oscars, and I didn't even know that until today, right?
It feels disingenuous, and we all have these bullshit meters, and they just start going off, Now we may watch this movie and we might not even notice any of these characters. Helena Troy might actually play almost no role in it. He may focus more on the Odyssey portion of it than the Iliad, right? Which the Iliad holds more of the Troy. Now we are getting at the horse. Remember, this movie starts 10 years after the Trojan War. Okay. So it starts 10 years after the Trojan War, and we're starting in Ithaca, where Odysseus is from. So there's going to be a lot of flashbacks. We're not going to see Achilles storm the beach, I don't think, in this movie. You're going to get the horse. You're going to get probably the fall of Troy, and that's probably going to be it, because you got 3 hours to tell a ridiculously epic poem. So just note, this might all just be, and I'm saying this, and I know a lot of people want to get mad and they want this to fail and they want to get up in their angers, but it all might just be a bunch of, we look back on it and go, oh, well, that was a nothing burger. It's possible. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's not what you want to hear, but it's very possible that's what ends up happening.
It's entirely possible the movie's good. Now, let me tell you something. I don't think it will be.
No, I mean, based on, okay, what do we have to go on?
Completely.
Bad trailer.
Yeah, really bad trailer. Like, so boring.
Casting.
I'm in the theater, in a Screen X theater, gigantic screen, wrap-around screen, and I'm watching the epic tale of Homer's The Odyssey trailer. And I'm sitting there for 2.5 minutes, and I'm feeling so bored, so unbelievably bored. The music is putting me to sleep. Right. And I remember sitting there, and the guy next to me, when the trailer ends, is like, finally. I have no idea who this person is. Everyone in the theater had a sigh of relief that we were done. The music was boring. The characters are boring. Yeah. And this is the trailer. The trailer is supposed to be the most exciting thing there is.
Right. Because you're trying to get people interested in watching it.
Right.
So I don't know if there's just been a series of bad mistakes, bad choices. I mean, Matt Damon has said this is the hardest thing he's ever done. Chris Nolan said it's the hardest thing he's ever done. It sounds like a whole lot of effort went into making this movie, that people have given everything for. And it would just honestly be a travesty if it's not done well. Now, what's the one thing I can say? Christopher Nolan doesn't disappoint in the past. I mean, listen, guys, if you go back, and maybe some of you aren't Christopher Nolan fans, but there are very few movies where you go, wow, Christopher Nolan made a bad movie. Maybe Tenet's not great. Okay. Maybe you didn't like Oppenheimer. I actually liked it. It wasn't the movie I wanted it to be, but I still ended up liking it.
I feel like Tenet needed more time. Like
COVID screwed it up, and I think David Washington didn't.
I almost feel like Tenet needed to be like a series.
Yeah, that would make more sense because the lore. But the point is that if you go back to The Prestige, Interstellar, Dark Knight series. If you go back and look, Inception, don't we have to give him the benefit of the doubt until we see it? I mean, hasn't he earned that from us?
I mean, yes.
Yeah,
he has. But we can't.
I just think this one
we
may
can't
be
see
too far for me.
This might be. Look, I'm calling balls and strikes, dude.
I got it. I hear you.
I'm not trying to sit here and just like hate on something for the. I've never done that.
know.
I've never
I
hated
know
on
you
something
are.
just for the sake of it.
If this was all fantastic, we'd be going, "Oh my God, can you imagine those
Right.
visuals? This is going to be the best since Clash of the Titans."
Someone in One Punch Man said the giant metal armor guys look like Sentinel from Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, they don't look good. It looks bad.
It
So
looks bad.
The casting doesn't look good. Outside of Matt Damon, pretty much all the other casting is, and maybe Paul, everyone else is like sort of, the acting in the trailer so far has been very wooden and completely dull and just lifeless. The coolest part should be when you see that Cyclops for the first time and it looks like a homeless dude in a cave. Nothing about it looks interesting. The music is not epic yet. So far, what we've seen is just boring, dull, and it seems like the casting was really poor. And
yeah, you're right, all the way around. I mean, you can't argue with anything you just said. And so, listen, for all of you people who are like, "Why are you guys criticizing?" Well, this is why, because you can only judge what you see. And we're not bullshitters. Now we can see every aspect and we can be empathetic and we know it's a lot of hard work to make a movie, but in the end it's going to be judged by how good it is, not by how much work you put into it. It's
so I'm actually rooting for Christopher Nolan. I hope it's good, and I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, me too.
I hope I'm sitting there in a 3-hour movie and I leave there like, oh, that was epic.
Right.
That's what I hope. I don't want to go pay to watch a movie and waste 3 hours of my life to walk out of there angry. I know there are some YouTubers that do like to do that because in their mind, they're like, sweet, content for 2 weeks.
Clicks.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not like that. We want to actually enjoy it. We are lovers of films. And I know that other YouTubers say the same thing. Oh, I like movies. But what they really want is something to complain about. That's not us. We want a good movie. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping when I leave there, I'm like, I'm on the phone with Shane. I'm like, yo, movie was sick. I can't wait to talk about it this Saturday. That's what I'm hoping. But from what I've seen so far, that doesn't seem to be the case. And I'm old enough and I've been around long enough to know that more often than not, I am not surprised.
Right. And I got to be honest with you. After 2026, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to boycott any Zendaya movie if she's cast in it.
I might have to too.
I just, we're going to see her in this. We're going to see her in Spider-Man. We're going to see her in Dune.
So much
And
Zendaya,
I just can't take it anymore. You know what I mean?
It's just, I'm
wearing me down. Wearing me down.
It's like it started off as like a slightly annoying drip of water.
Yeah.
Right.
And now that we're like 4 years into this, the drip is just never ending, and I'm losing my mind.
I was okay at Spider-Man Homecoming. I could just trickle along quite happily, but now I'm like contemplating launching myself out my window.
After both Dune movies, and just she feels like she's in everything.
It's funny because I didn't like Timothée Chalamet, and after watching Wonka, I was like, he's not that bad.
He's a good actor.
Right. I think he's going to act to whatever the script is allowing him to act to.
Well, he's actually a good actor. If you watch him in the movie that he got the
what I'm saying, he's not Kurt Russell where he's going to try to elevate garbage. He's going to if he did not do well in a movie,
that's true.
It's probably because the material was given was not enough for him to emote from.
No, you're right.
Unlike Kurt Russell, and this is why Kurt Russell's a movie star, because Kurt Russell will take something that he thinks is bad and he will attempt to elevate it. All right. Anyways, let us know what you guys think in the chat and in the comments. Okay, you guys excited to see Odyssey? We'll see.
Nobody is excited to see it. Listen, don't lie. You are not excited to see Odyssey, but you're going to go see it because now you got to know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hey, Polly from Latino Slam, what's up, my brother? For $5.
We should have talked about John Leguizamo in this movie.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
Hey, isn't that the guy who said you can't play a Mexican unless you're Mexican, and now he's playing a blonde Greek dude? He's playing a Greek Eminem.
Is that what he's? I don't know.
I don't know. He's like bleached hair or something. Well, Paulie said, "Much love, amigos. We need to have better conversations like this. You locals are doing a good job of it. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Paulie.
my friend.
Appreciate you.
We're gonna have Paulie on the show one day, bro.
Yeah,
Get him in here
great
as a-
channel
as
he's
a
got
fourth.
there as well, isn't he? Great channel.
Recently on Twitter, I was called a. It was funny. Someone was like, "You're clearly an AI bot." So I recorded a video as I was going to the bathroom, and I'm like, "I'm not AI, man. I'm a real person." And I have a good time talking to retards on Twitter while I'm using the restroom. And the guy was like, "Oh, I see. You're a fat Mexican." And I instantly thought,
fat Mexican. Is
he's like,
I love the way you did that.
He goes, "I see. You're a fat Mexican. You're a fat Mexican."
I love the way you did that. That was almost like in a South Park voice. You're fake Mexican.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Funny is you're not even close to a fat Mexican.
No,
You're
I'm not.
just a fat white
But
guy.
I remember thinking about Paulie and Mexican Iron Man when they all thought I was some kind of like androgynous Mexican Latino.
It's your dark beard.
I mean, I'm a mutt. I'm a mutt to the nth degree, but I'm not a fat Mexican.
JC Chappie for $5. I watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and Zendaya doesn't look anything like anyone in that movie to me. Sorry, Shane. Yeah, you're actually right, JC. They don't. Listen, I'm saying Zendaya is the least of the casting problems as far as looks for me.
Yeah, but I started the least. I was going from least to worst, and you pushed back on the very first thing.
Well, because I don't think of her as a redheaded white chick, and I just don't. And so you do, and we just have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's fair.
Thank you, JC Chappie, and that's what we do here. We agree to disagree. Afterwards,
Zendaya is not a goddess. That's for sure. I guarantee you that she's not a goddess.
She's not a goddess, and I don't. And honestly, they should have made Charlize Theron Athena in this movie instead of the role she's playing.
Yes,
frankly speaking,
Charlize Theron has like serious presence. I don't like the person, but as an actor, she has a gravitas to her.
Right. We also don't know how much Athena is in this movie, honestly, and I don't know. She doesn't necessarily play. She does play a big part in the epic poem, but I don't know how much they're going to show of that. So I don't know. John Burns for $2.79. Checked out Elliot. Check out Elliot Page memes 300 Andre Rocky. I saw all the memes. Yeah,
there's a lot.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, really funny.
They're absolutely hilarious watching the skinny Elliot Page beat the crap out of Dolph Lundgren in and Drago in Rocky 4.
Right.
Absolutely hilarious. JC Chappie, very SSS Somalian of them. Are you talking some sort of...
I am the captain now.
Oh,
I am the captain now.
There are some memes about that one too. I can't remember one of them.
I am Helen of Troy now.
Yeah, something like that. I am Helen of Troy. The face that kept 1,000 ships in harbor. Nice. Well said, man. Good one. JC Chappie, give me Bad Bunny instead. Yeah. Well,
I love it, dude. I love it.
That's funny. John Leguizamo would have loved that one. That's a Latino slant. Good job.
All right, guys.
Thank you for all supporting.
We're going to move on to the next story. Let me just close all these windows of Lupita Nyong'o. Dude, I love
your wallpaper, bro.
My search history every Saturday has just got to be ridiculous. I can imagine my personal FBI agent saying, like, why is he looking at pictures of Lupita Nyong'o and Athena? It's like my search history on Saturdays has got to be the most eclectic, weirdest thing possible, dude. My personal fed is like, no, you know what? This guy is not like a prop. He's not a terror to the state. I think he just might be crazy. I think he might be a psychopath.
Profiling you.
Yeah, they're profiling me as like he might have mental problems. All right. Let me pull up Obsession real quick. All right. So talking about Obsession, the movie that just came out, very, very interesting. Let me tell you, I wasn't interested in watching this movie. I had no interest. And then Shane was like, hey, listen, you got to go see this movie for the show. And I was like, sure, okay. And then I found out, hey, wait a minute. It's made by those YouTubers. Like, Obsession is a movie, distributed by Blumhouse and made by a couple YouTubers that I've been following for a long time, Cooper and Curry. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, hold up. I guess it might be worth it to watch it. These guys are talented guys, and I like to support independent creatives, dude. People that didn't start because they were, the son of the daughter of the cousin of this one guy who already is established in Hollywood. Like real creatives that got a shot to make a movie, get distributed by Blumhouse, which, by the way, Blumhouse has yet to really let me down. For the most part, at the very least, Blumhouse movies are entertaining. Sometimes they go on my wall as like my favorites. Happy Death Day is one of my favorite movies.
Well, that's got science fiction horror. It's great. Yeah.
Right. It's science fiction horror. It's so clever. It's so fun. I watch it all the time. It's a guilty pleasure. Fantasy Island. I loved Blumhouse's take on Fantasy Island. It was super clever, dude. And I love Pena, whatever his name is. He's great.
Oh, Michael Pena.
Michael Pena is he's good. He's fun.
He is who he is.
So I went to go watch this movie with no expectations other than I want to support independent creatives. And I gotta say, bro, this movie might be in like the top 3 of the year.
Oh yeah, no, it's already slid. Like so far, I think it's slid into number 2 for me.
Dude, it's an incredible film.
Yeah. So
like,
let me give you some
the way I'm sorry, but like the way it's shot too is so clever. They leave so much space and they shoot it from an angle that is like a little uncanny. It's very, very good. Go ahead, Shane.
Well, no, I just want to say Curry Barker, the guy who wrote and directed this, the YouTuber you're talking about, like, you're gonna have to watch him. He's got a style. He's got an interest. He's got a different take on horror. So that's the guy who made this movie. He was a YouTuber. He basically got noticed by a producer. His shorts got noticed by a producer who he ended up doing kind of a shorter movie, which did okay, but then he ended up getting this big one. So they decided they wanted to do a movie together, and it was Obsession. So the reason why this movie is so good, it not only was it written interestingly, not only is it good, but the performance by Indy Navarrete, the character who plays Nikki, is just freaking crazy, man. Like this actress just blew us away. Like if she doesn't get nominated at the end of the year, I don't care who else does what the rest of the year. If she's not one of the actresses that's listed up there as like the best job in making, acting, they're crazy.
Indy Navarrete. How do you say her name?
Indy Navarrete. Yeah.
Indy Navarrete. Yeah. She's incredible.
Incredible.
Like, guys, I'm not saying this like, oh, she's incredible because she's so hot. No. She's an incredible actor. Like, oh my God, her micro expressions, the way she played essentially 2 characters that were sort of feuding with each other in a way.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was creepy. It was sexy. Yeah. It was intriguing. It was interesting. Everything about her performance is next level. I've never said that. I've never said that in 300 episodes of this show. I've never said that. She's an incredible actor.
Well, if you can take a topic, so the idea of making a wish and having somebody fall in love with you is a tale as old as time.
Yeah, monkey's paw.
Like this has been told so many times in so many different ways. And honestly, we all kind of rolled our eyes a bit and said, oh, okay, yeah, a scary movie about you made a wish and now your girlfriend doesn't like you. Like, we all thought that. So the fact that, what are we always complaining about with movies? Like, people just can't create a new take on something. They can't make something fresh. It's just not, they're not doing that. Like, this guy nailed it. Like, this movie will make you feel like you walk away from this movie not feeling okay. Like you walk away from it feeling yucky, or like you've been through an experience that you it's going to take time to emotionally get over,
the bad guy, like the villain in this movie is not the person that's killing people.
It's not, and get ready for like 3 movies, guys. It's coming. Like this is one of those things where there's so many questions about why, how, and what the fuck's going on. Like it's coming. So get out there and see this one. I gave it an A-. The only reason it doesn't get an A+ is because as much as I liked Michael Johnson in kind of the main role as the boyfriend, he did a great job as Bear. I feel like maybe she just blew it away too much. He was just kind of okay. He played the role well. Other than that, I would have probably given an A+.
No, his performance was not at all bad.
No,
it's just that her performance was so good that it really overshadowed everything else.
It just was crazy.
I mean, and it's guys. So this guy who played Bear, I'll show you a picture of him.
And they picked the right guy. Like they had to pick somebody who wasn't physically threatening, because you would probably say to yourself, well, he can just beat the shit out of her. Right? Like if you had too much of a bigger guy, or like a guy who wasn't kind of like this guy, it wouldn't be believable that she would scare him as much as she does in this movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Where have I seen this guy before? He looks really familiar.
He's he actually has that kind of look about him where he looks like somebody else too.
Yeah.
But he was in Teen Wolf. He was in Endangered Species, and a movie called Slash, which is not that great.
Yeah. He was also in a couple episodes of 911.
Okay.
And
he did an episode of SWAT.
And I've been watching some of the 911 stuff, and it's pretty good. And these are both working actors. And when I say working actors, I'm talking about they're not famous. They're not super well known. But they have a lot of credits, even though they're relatively young. They have a lot of credits. So, what's her name?
Indy Navarrete. Yeah, she did Superman and Lois for 47 episodes.
So I actually first recognized her from that, and she was really good in that. Again, though, she wasn't the main character, and it didn't really matter if she was good. She was just there to fill a role that was sort of semi-important.
Right.
The rest of her stuff she doesn't have much. She has only a few credits because she's relatively young, but for her age, that's actually a lot of credits, right?
Yeah, but they're little things though. Nothing big. Nothing. They're breaking in,
So another thing about this movie is there's a rich mythology that they didn't really get into. One thing I really like about this, and I'm not gonna, no spoilers here, but I really like that they didn't spend a lot of time on the mythology.
I know.
They didn't spend a lot of time on how this is the one wish willow.
It freaks you out.
It's a big part of the movie. They didn't spend a lot of time on this thing. They didn't spend a lot of time on how it works. They got like the first 10 minutes is like pretty much the entire setup to the film, and then it's right into the meat. It's like there's not a lot of time being wasted, and everything in this movie is like it's so well paced. There's no time it didn't go over its time or under its time. It's sort of the perfect length for what it needed to be. And it's the perfect level of creepiness in a way that's almost so realistic that it's extra scary. So realistic that it's uncanny. Can
I tell you something that will convince you guys? I can't wait to see it again.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
I just saw it yesterday, and I've got this like itch to go watch it again. And when that happens, you've got something special happening.
And the basic premise, this guy bought something called a one wish willow. It's a little stick that you snap and you wish something. But there's something very, very deceptive about this. Just like every other monkey's paw, careful what you wish for kind of thing.
Yeah.
Something deceptive about it.
I love the attitude of the store where he gets it from. Like, I love the attitude of the people who work there.
Yes. The customer service call.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's so many weird questions. Like,
bro, the customer service call was mind-blowingly effed. It was like so apt.
Right. Yeah. And it makes you not only like Brian hates prequels, but like, I want a prequel, or like, I want the next thing. Like, give me more and make sure that Indy Navarrete is in it somehow.
So good. So this is a little commercial for the One Wish Willow. This channel only has 168 subscribers. They didn't spend a lot of time marketing this, but it's still got 4 million views.
Jeez.
And listen, these guys know how YouTube works, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, check this out. Okay, and by the way, if you want to buy this One Wish Willow, you actually can, or you could until yesterday when the movie came out. They sold out.
Oh, yeah. You can see that coming.
But if you go to the website, One Wish Willow, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to buy one, and you can actually buy your own One Wish Willow. But right now, it's sold out. Limit of 3. The movie came out, and everyone bought it. Well, every single person.
This is probably the sleeper hit of the year. For
yeah,
sure.
100%.
You didn't. This is the weapons of last year, right? I think, and you're going to see people kind of comparing the two movies.
So I'm telling you guys, I don't like horror movies. The Blumhouse movies I do like. One reason I like them is because it's a horror movie wrapped around another genre. Like Happy Death Day is a time travel sort of.
How much do you think it's going to make, guys? This one,
I would love to see it. I think word of mouth is going to. Right now, it's supposed to be getting between 13 and 17 million this weekend, but I think word of mouth could push that over 20. Honestly,
I think overall the movie will make $100 million.
Next weekend, it's going to
it's going to bump. Next weekend, it's going to bump. It's going to do what movies never do, and next weekend it will bump.
It'll have a better second weekend than a first weekend.
100%. This movie is so much better than what it presents itself as.
If you guys saw Hereditary, I don't know if you saw Hereditary. It was an A24 film that came out quite a few years ago, like when they first were coming out. I haven't felt this awkward at the end of a movie since that movie. That movie makes you feel weird, and this movie also makes you feel weird. And I love that feeling, just enough.
She's so good in it, dude. And I just want to highlight one part. This is not a spoiler. Shane will know what I'm talking about. When he leaves and she's standing there like what you assume your pet does when you leave.
Right.
It is. Oh my God, your skin crawls in a way I don't think I've ever experienced this in a film. Like when every other horror movie is focused on jump scares and body horror and like blood and guts and like this is like I don't know how to explain it.
Psychological.
You know how when you watch a movie
in a way,
something's going to happen. Like you're watching especially a scary movie, and you're like, oh, I know what's about to happen. Like imagine watching a movie where you know it's about to happen, but when it happens, it still shocks the shit out of you because it doesn't happen in the way you think it's going to happen.
Right.
That's what this movie does. He takes everything that you think should happen in a scary movie and twists it in just a way that makes you go, oh, what the fuck?
Right.
It's just a really great ride.
Dude,
it's
that moment where he turns her head back.
Oh yeah.
God, okay. I'm done. Go watch the movie if you haven't seen it, please. It's very good. And then come back to this video and let us know what you guys think in the comments and in the chat. What do you think about this character? This Indy whatever her name is. I forgot her name. She played Nikki.
Indy Navarrete.
She's very great. Probably my breakout actress. Like, I can't wait to see her in more stuff. Like, legitimately can't wait.
Well said.
All right. I had to cough there for a second.
Got some super chats.
Yeah, we got some super chats. Thank you, Shane. Oh, and we got a scheduled members section. Okay, super chats first. Here we go. JC Chappie, paint Indy green. Brian will. Yeah, that's a throwback. I like green chicks, and Indy is really attractive, but she's not attractive in like the traditional sense. It's more like I feel like I'm attracted. She is very pretty, but I'm really attracted to how skilled she is. Like there's a scene where she sort of like rewinds herself, and I can't explain it.
I mean, that was a filmmaking trick. for sure.
No, but her micro expressions sold the crap out of it.
Yeah, no, her face is all her. Like whatever they're telling her how to. Yeah, I don't even want to say too much because
I'm worried. I'm worried, but it's so good. I'm telling you, it's so clever. I mean, blown away. Which Willow commercial is that? Diedrich Bader voice. I have no idea who that is.
Oh, Diedrich Bader. Yeah, that's no, I know Diedrich.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never heard of him.
Diedrich Bader. Yeah, he was in he's in the Drew Carey Show, and he was in Napoleon Dynamite. Kind of sounds like it, but it's not him.
Kind of, yeah. Hey, Dutch Butters is in the he says
Dutch.
The glasses are like 3 sizes too small for his XL face. Hey, my face is not XL, okay? It's regular sized.
2XL.
It's 2XL. All right. Moving on. Oh, actually, we're gonna go in the member section here. Let me set that up.
What do we got left to cover today?
We still got more to talk about, which we're gonna have to talk about in the members section. The ARC series and the Voltron theatrical release.
Oh, Voltron stuff, yes.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about in the members section.
Guys aren't gonna want to miss that. We got lots on that.
Okay. Let me set up the members section real quick.
Yeah, and He-Man, they had the Sword of Power. We'll have to save that. They did a whole special on the Sword of Power.
Sword of Power. Okay. In 10 minutes, we are going to the members section. If you want to become a member, it's super, super simple. All you have to do is click on the join button, bottom left on your screen. And you can join us in the members section where, John, what happens there? We get
freaky naughty.
Freaky naughty.
Naughty.
We talk more to you guys. Yes, and we cover more. We talk about stuff that are, a little more sensitive. You can't really talk about too much on the public side of this thing. Only paying members can get. And if you're already a member or you don't want to become a member, but you still want to support us, then go to mixtees.com. Buy something, buy anything. Use the coupon code BRANE for 10% off and show them that you bought it from us. All right. So, lastly, as the timer is counting down to our members section, I did want to do some housekeeping too and remind everyone that we have a Discord server. The link will be in the description. Please come into that server. We are in the act of cleaning it up and adding all kinds of really cool stuff to it right now, including a leaks and scoops channel just for members or for boosters. And that's where I'm going to be dumping all the stuff that we are told all the time. And then people will tell us these things and tell us not to talk about it publicly. Those bastards. We're going to be dumping it there. And there's actually a lot. So I hope that you guys can join us for that. Before we leave, let's just shoot the SHIT. What's going on with you guys?
Well, first off, let's just say thank you to Kenneth LaRoque, who just sent 5 BRANE Show gift memberships. Thank you so much, Ken. You are so generous. Appreciate you doing that. And you know what my favorite thing about when they do gift memberships is I get to see the names of people who may not be commenting, right? And it's almost like an outing, or what is it, a doxing of like who's watching. I like that a little bit. Also, thank you to Matt McGee for sending 1 BRANE Show gift membership.
Yeah.
And who got that? Appreciate you guys for doing that.
Cami Kuru 1207 got it.
Yeah, and you're not going to be disappointed because the member section is at least as good as this, if not better.
I mean,
it's an extension.
We get freaky naughty.
Nobody knows exactly what that means, but yeah, I'm
freaky naughty.
It's pants off. That's what it is.
My pants have been off the whole time. I'm just
right.
It's me and Donkey Kong here. It's all we got.
I agree with that, man. What about you, John? What's going on tomorrow, dude?
Well, we've got a Stargate SG-1 watch party on Sci-Fi Chronicles 79. So if anybody wants to get into Stargate or wants to get back into Stargate, come and join us. We're about to do the season 4 finale, 2 episodes, the finale, and then the start of season
the premiere.
5.
Yeah. But what else? Like, I heard there's a Vault series going on over there. What's going on?
There's a Vault series. Yeah. So what we're doing at the moment, I thought you meant Voltron.
Dude, for a minute there, he's like, There is. Interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'm
I thought
intrigued.
I
Tell
thought
me
you meant
more.
Voltron for a second. I thought, am I doing Voltron? No. We're doing. We've launched something called Stargate Vault. So what we're doing is it's about the lore, the tech, the races, history of Stargate. So the videos go on there. They're about, the first one is about the Asgard from Stargate, and it's about 5 minutes long.
It's a good video. Good video. Watch that.
It's good. So check it out, and like and subscribe. Lots more coming, and it's good fun on that channel. So thanks, guys.
It is.
Appreciate it.
And also, thank you to Anthony, one of our wrenches. He put the link to Discord in the chat. So if you guys want to click that link, and if you aren't already a Discord member of ours, click on it and join. And we are going to be, like I said, this week doing more there. So if like you think Monday or Tuesday, God, I wish I could, communicate with these guys or the people I hang out with in chat, you'll be able to do that over there. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, and if you're watching this on archive, I'm going to be putting the Discord link from now on in the description of all the clips and everything. We're really going to try to build up the Discord server as a community where we can like collaborate on stuff and share scoops, share videos that we couldn't share on YouTube, music we couldn't share because YouTube doesn't allow everything per copyright claims and strikes and there's things that are just not allowed, and we have a lot of cool stuff we want to share with you guys that we can't really talk about. So we're going to do that on Discord. Why not?
Can I just say something as well quickly, guys? For everybody in the chat, if you haven't seen it already, go to these guys' podcast channel and watch their latest Stargate movie documentary, because they won't say it because they're quite modest, but I actually think it's fantastic.
I'm not modest at all.
Make sure you check it out. Yeah, okay, he's a big head.
Thank you, John. No, actually, I am modest, so thank you, John. I appreciate it.
I'm quite good at my job, and I've made it very clear to everyone how good I am.
Wow. Oh, you ever remember the band Oasis? I'm just saying, go easy, okay? Thank you to JC Chappie for one BRANE Show member. Thank you, JC, for sharing that, and welcome Ramgar 9008. Also, John Burns for $2.79.
Oh yeah, 2 women at once. It does sound like him.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's fantastic.
What do you do? 2 women at the same time. He's so good. That guy is so funny. What else was he in? He was in something else. It was like on a TV show.
In Napoleon Dynamite,
right?
And he was a main cast member of the Drew Carey Show.
Right. It's so funny. Whenever I talk about an actor, Shane will spin off like the most obscure thing they've ever done, as if it's like their most mainstream thing.
Napoleon Dynamite's like one of the biggest movies ever.
I know, but he wasn't like a big role in that.
No, he wasn't. But he's not been a big role in anything.
But he was a big role in the Drew Carey show, bro.
But I mentioned that first before I said Napoleon.
All right.
You must have missed it.
I remember talking about Kurt Russell in the Stargate doc, and he's best known for his roles, and he mentions like every role except for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm like,
I don't care for that movie. I don't really care.
He literally mentions every role except the latest thing he's done.
I hate Ego, the giant planet.
I'm not a fan of that second movie. Not at all.
Thank you, John. Thank you. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
Well,
but if you want to watch some Christmas Chronicles, he's pretty good in that.
Let me tell you something. I enjoyed his discography or whatever you would call it. His body of work actually a lot more than James Spader body of work. I watched all their movies in preparation for the doc. And I got to say, as much as I love James Spader, and I love that actor, he's made a lot of weird sexual deviant movies. And I'm like, this is not my style at all. A lot of sort of like psychological, like rapey movies, and I'm like, oh, James, stop.
I watched Big Trouble in Little China last week. Again, I do it every year, and it's just an absolute joy. Kurt Russell is just one of my favorite actors. He's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's really good.
And also, thank you, Anthony, for putting a link to the documentary. If you guys haven't had a chance to see it, if you haven't, we got a lot of documentaries, not just the recent Stargate one, but if you want Goonies or Superman or Star Trek, we've got them all.
And Shane, what movies are we going to be covering next week?
Next week we're doing the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Oh no!
Yep. Yeah, we're watching.
I never thought I would be bored to think about going to watch a Star Wars movie.
It's wild.
And we're also going to see Passengers.
Yeah, Passengers and Mandalorian and Grogu. Not the best week.
Passengers might be good, and
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't know. Unfortunately, the Mandalorian stuff is already like they did a early release where people got to go see it, so the word is out on it kind of right now. So I'm trying not to watch it too much. I don't want to be, but unfortunately, I saw season 3 already. So
yeah,
no, that's a bummer. Well, I'm gonna be looking forward to July when we get Supergirl and the Odyssey. It's gonna be fun.
Those will be good.
A lot of good movies in July.
Backrooms is coming in May. We got about 40. We got a little bit of time left. We're about to go out. So, anyways, we love you guys.
We gotta go. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you guys in the members section. Thank you so much, John. Thank you for being here, Shane. Love you guys. Thank you for everyone for supporting. Thank you for super chats. And we're going to the members section right now. Adios.
Here comes the
I had about 10 more seconds that I could have let that run. So it's 20 seconds. 20 seconds is how long I need to start that intro.
Be right back, guys.
Later.